Hey guys, what up? It's your boy Aaron coming at you with a fresh new video. In this video today, you guys, I'm going to be telling you what not to do in A school. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Alright guys, so let's talk about the third thing that you should not do while you're in A school. Spend all your money, aka get a car. Now I know what you're thinking. Why can't I get a car? Listen, you're only in A school for so much time, right? So just think about this. Eventually you're going to be leaving A school, right? And then you're going to be going to your next command. Let's say your next command is in the States. Yay. Or yeah, whatever you want to say, yay. You get to drive your car to your next command and have your car there. That's all fine and dandy. But like, let's say you're going overseas, right? You're not really allowed to drive in some places overseas unless you are an E5. So it kind of defeats the purpose of having a car. Now you're stuck with this car payment and you can't even physically drive your car. Plus there's other things that you need to do in order to be able to drive your car on base, such as like the driving for life course and things like that, which you can get knocked out in A school in the Lib Center or however your A school works. But you guys aren't going to be making a whole lot of money in A school. So just try your absolute best. Pinch a penny. Save every dime that you possibly can. Don't make the mistake that I made and a lot of other sailors made. You know, just save your money. You know, don't. You guys can Uber wherever you need to go. Somebody there will have a car. They're gonna live in that state, so they're gonna have access to their vehicle. Make friends with them and drive around with them. But that's about it. So just be careful when you're going overseas. I'm not gonna like get too much in depth about the regulations for driving vehicles in other countries. You know, I feel like if you're attached to a squadron, more than likely, yeah, you can drive your car. But like I said, you have to be E5. It breaks down to like a whole science depending on that command, their rules and regulations, and so on and so forth. But that's just a general ruling. It's generally you can't drive in certain countries unless you were in E5. So don't be stuck making a payment when you're not making a whole lot of money to begin with. So just save your money. All right, guys, coming at you with number 2. This is going to strike a lot of people, and I'm probably going to get some hate for this, but I have reasons for this. This is just my personal advice. Obviously, this advice isn't going to equate evenly across the field. You know, it's not going to be the same for this person, this person, this person. Just understand this is just general advice. This isn't like, hey, you should do this. This is just, hey, here's my advice on this. Do with it what you will. You guys are only in A school, like I mentioned earlier in the video, for so long. Take advantage of being in A school, right? Focus on your career. Even if you plan on getting out in 4 years, 5 years, whatever your contract is, still treat it like you're going to do 20 plus years, you know? That way, if you do decide to get in, you didn't just waste the last 4 years of your life, you know? So, always do the best you possibly can do. But, my advice with this, it starts in A school. I don't even want to say boot camp, but honestly starts in A school. Focus on A school. People are going to be getting in relationships, this, that, and the other. It's whatever. But you have to understand, a lot of these people, more than likely, it is a small navy, but you're not going to see a lot of these people again. You will eventually cross paths again, but I personally would stay away from relationships. That's just a me thing. I've seen all these people getting together, and then this person's going to, like, Japan, and this person's, like, in Kansas now. In order for this person to come back from, like, Japan, that's, like, over $1,000 plane ticket. So, and then their family probably doesn't even live in Kansas. So it's like a long-distance relationship, which eventually I would hope not, but it's a possibility that might just end up getting cut because you guys are never going to see each other. So it's, in essence, it's kind of pointless. Now, I'm not saying it's totally pointless. I'm just saying focus on things that 100% matter and will benefit you and other people around you. And to me, there's no sense in getting into a relationship and then not seeing this person for years. There's no point in that, right? And then for those of you that do get into a relationship, I want you to understand one thing. When you are in a relationship, especially when you get married, when you guys get married, Big Navy will be notified, obviously. They separate you guys. You can't serve at the same command. So when you guys get married, you'll be separated. So that's just my advice. So just try to take things one day at a time. You know, you're just getting out of boot camp. You're just now getting into school, trying to learn your job. You haven't even learned your job yet. You haven't even done anything. Just focus one day at a time. That time to be in a relationship will come. You don't need to get into a relationship right out of the gate. So that's just my advice on that. Do with it what you will. And my final, last piece of advice. The Don Mecca of advice. Don't get in trouble. I've seen it. I can't say I almost got in trouble myself over some stuff that I was involved in. But look, I've seen it. So many people lose their career before it even starts. I'm not saying just because you get in trouble, you're going to lose your career, but just understand that stuff follows you everywhere you go. So later on down the road, when you're 8 years in and you're trying to put in for an officer package, they're going to look at that. They're going to look at your entire career. Like if you're trying to get into the mess and become a chief, they're going to look at everything that's happened over the course of your career leading up to this point. They're going to look at that. So you want to just try to maintain a clean slate as much as possible, right? So just always remember, doing things can come back essentially to bite you in the butt. So just, it comes down to integrity, like what you're taught in boot camp. Just always do the right thing even when no one's looking. I look at some people that are in A school right now, all over, and they send me videos and this, that, and the other, and I'm like, why? Like, it don't make sense. Like, when I was in A school, hey, I saw my fair share of stupid stuff. I did some stupid things too, but there's a limit to, like, where you are kind of smart about it to where you're not going to get in trouble. No, I'm not saying, like, being sneaky. I'm just saying if you're going to do, like, some funny stuff or, like, some pranks or whatever, just, like, be smart about it. Like, the whole Annabelle doll thing that we did. It was a prank. We talked to, like, our MTIs, and they're just like, that's stupid, go put it away. We're like, first class, whoever you are. So we're like, okay. But there's like a limit. Don't push things. Like, people will go and do illegal things. Don't do that. Don't go to house parties. You're gonna see it. People are gonna go get Airbnbs, and they're gonna be drinking underage, all sorts of stuff. Don't be involved in it, right? Just don't. That's just my advice. Just do the right thing, even when no one's looking. But that's it for the video, you guys. I hope you guys liked the video. If you guys liked the video, obviously leave a like, leave a huge like, leave a big like. I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, leave a comment. I love hearing from you guys. I love talking to you guys. And if you haven't already, make sure you guys follow me on my social media. The links to those are in the description below. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, do me a huge favor. Go check out some of the other awesome, helpful content I put out there to help train you guys for Navy boot camp and all sorts of other stuff. It would mean the world. If you guys like what you saw and you subscribed, I would greatly appreciate that. But that's all I got. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. You want to see her?